Welcome everybody. We have on the left side the Huawei P9 Lite and on the right side the Huawei P9 Smartphone in front of the lens. Both beautiful devices, but obviously a little bit different in price. 300 compared to 450 right now in Germany for the P9. Obviously this is out for a little bit longer, 1 month longer, and therefore we can't really say that the price is here 50% more of the P9 Lite, since this has a MSRP of $560, so this will probably go down also to 250, 220 or something like that on the P9 Lite. So this is probably half the price than this one. You could definitely say that compares it quite good, but design wise and technically wise there's seems to be a lot of similarities, but there's also a lot of differences. So what you can definitely see here is that we have a nice 30 megapixel camera on the back of the Lite version and the dual flashlight, which is quite normal, you could say. But what you have here is the Leica dual lens camera with 12 megapixels each, then a flashlight with dual LED and a little bit of a faster focus thanks to the laser focus sensor, but still Huawei logos on the bottom, for example, and then I won't say same kind of design, especially when you just look at the top. It looks like it would be the same, but around the fingerprint reader it's not the same. This is plastic on the back. This is full metal body, which is quite nice. It's from a piece of aluminum. This is completely plastic on the back, and just on the outside it's completely made out of metal, also available in different colors. Here I have the golden one. So we go a little bit closer here to the devices. You can, as I said, see that we have here design similarities. Also in thickness, people will right away see that the P9 is slimmer 7mm than the P9 Lite, which is 7.5mm. Ports wise, they have the same ones, but a little bit different positions. So headset jack, microphones on the bottom, and here the headset jacks, micro USBs with Type-C for the P9, which is not better in the case of speed. It's both have the same speed, but here you can just reverse the cable if you want to. And otherwise, on this side we have the volume rockers and on and off switches, and on the other side the SIM card slots. Both are available with dual SIM or not dual SIM, but the P9 Lite is also available with just 2 gigs of RAM. Here we have the 3 gig version for both, and the P9 is also available with 4 gigs of RAM, but both have an optional micro SD card slot if you don't want to use the second SIM card slot. So what we have on both now is a lock screen. Both need my fingerprint to unlock it, and what I will do is just put it right on here a few times to show you the speed. And let me change the focus again so you can see that a little bit better. So if I put them, or if I will start both up a few times, you will definitely see that the P9 Lite is a little bit faster, but that's something that that's not that bad, that it's a little bit slower, the P9, since it is supposedly having a better security system and checking more details on your finger. That's why it's quite a little bit slower. It has a third generation, and the P9 Lite, the gold one on the right side, has a second generation of the fingerprint readers by Huawei. That's why it's a little bit slower. So we don't care that much, since it was still fast enough, and you have still the same features like with the gestures for both, which are quite nice. But obviously the P9 is a little bit nicer in your hand thanks to the full metal body, but more about that in a second. First of all, when we go to the benchmarks, we will see right away that in Antutu, obviously we have a little bit of a difference in the specs. So for 50% more price, you almost get 50% more power, which is really, really good. Then if you go back home, what we will here see also is that we can start Relic Run, a nice little game that I try to do on every device I get in Android to compare other devices with, to just open and let's see how long it takes to load and then run, and then we're going to the camera, and then we're already through here with the comparison of the P9 versus the P9 Lite. So the P9 faster definitely when it comes to loading. We are still loading on the right side. Takes a little bit longer, but not too much longer. Both have 3 gigs of RAM, and nothing runs in the background except for Antutu. And if you start up both, start running here with both. On the left side, there was a little bit of slowness going on, but that could be just due to the programming of the game. The colors look a little bit nice on the left. I'm not sure if you have noticed, but it's maybe just me. There's different kind of technologies inside of even though they have both 5.2 inches in screen and full HD inches, there's just a little bit of a different technology for both of them. And then we already finished with the gaming, so let's switch to the camera, where we will see on the back, we can, for example, take a picture now here of the package, where the focus is just a lot faster on the left side. On the right side, it needs a little bit longer to focus. I can show it to you again here. Thanks to the laser sensor, the left P9 is just a lot faster, and with the 12 megapixels, with the secondary Leica camera lens, especially in low light, you will have a winner there. Otherwise, there's for everyday usage, for full HD videos, which both can do, not much of a difference except for the focusing speed, I would say. On the front, there's a little bit more of a difference, even though both have an 8 megapixel camera. The P9 Lite on the right has aperture f2.0, which is a little bit better than the f2.4 on the left, but both 8 megapixel, same wide angle camera, same great quality. So for the camera on the front, again, selfie camera, there is definitely no difference except for the colors a little bit right now, because you cannot hold them exactly the same way both to shoot the same picture. So this is kind of unfair, but speed wise and everything wise, they're still quite similar, even though both again have different processing chips inside and 3 gigs of RAM now in both of them right now. But otherwise, I can definitely tell you that design wise, I definitely recommend the P9, which is not only slimmer, but with all the round edges and everything, it feels just really a lot better than the P9 Lite. But if you use a case, there's not much of a difference. Fingerprint camera, also not big difference. Maybe the speed, if you do a lot of gaming, then you should definitely get the P9, not the P9 Lite, which is obviously a little bit slower in gaming, for future references. So definitely obvious choice, the P9 Lite over the P9, if you just want to not to spend that much money and to get maybe more often a new phone. So thank you much for tuning in. This was the really short comparison of the P9 with the P9 Lite here from Munich. Thank you much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe. My name is Bolage, and thank you much for watching.